So that's why it is more useful in this case.
Okay.
Okay. Second is the right outer join. So right outer join is a vice versa of the left outer join. Okay. It means it will give you all the records from the right table. Okay. So in this case, my right table is training table. So it will give all the records from the second table or the right table and matching records from the left table, and record which will not you match, it will show the null. So if you click on the OK, I am renaming this to the right outer. Now if I scroll it right and expand this table, so you can see in the training table, which was my second table, okay, so you can see, or the right table, in this all the data is coming, there is null. But here in the left table, which is a team one table, you can see the null values, right? So it means this 118, 119 and 120, these IDs we do not have into our team one table, so that's why it is showing the null against that. Okay, if you need the common fields or the common data set from both the table, so in that case, you can perform this merge queries, and where you have to use the inner join. Okay, you have to use the inner join. So select the common field and select this inner join, which will give only the matching records to you. Whatever the records are matching, it means the ID which are existing in both the tables, it will give the records only for them. So now if I just go here and expand, so now you will see there will be no null column, no null rows, you can see, right? So it means these are the IDs which are existing in my both the data set. So easily you can recognize that who has attended the training, right? So this is basically the concept of inner join. So whenever you need only the common records data from both the tables, so in that case you should use the inner join concept. Okay? So in the interview, verbally they ask you that how many kind of a joins do we have in the merge queries. Okay, so in merge queries we have a left outer join, we have a right outer join, we have a inner join, we have a full join, and left anti and right anti. Okay, so I'm just writing this here for your reference. We have the left outer join, we have the right outer join, we have the full join, we have the inner join, we have the left anti join, and we have the right anti join. Okay, so we have these six kind of a joins, and out of six we have seen the three joins as of now: left, right, and inner. Okay. Now let's discuss about the full outer join. So full outer join, if I say in very simple way, if you combine the result of this left outer join and the right outer join, that will be equivalent to the full outer join. It means if you want to apply the lookup from first table to the second table and then second table to the first table and want to keep the consolidated result, so in that case you can use the full outer join. So I can click on this merge queries as a new. I will select this training table, select this common fields and full outer join. So it says all rows from both, right? Click on OK. I'm just renaming this. This is full outer join. So now if you see, if I expand this table, so look here, the null is coming in the team one table also, and null is coming in the training table also. If you remember, for this 10002, it was showing the null when we have used the left join, and for this 118, 19, and 20, it was showing the null when we have used the right join. So if you consolidated the result of the left join and the right join together, so that is equivalent to the full outer join. Okay, this one. Now we have the left anti-join. So left anti is what? So for example, okay, if I want to know, my first table is a team one table, second table is a training table. I just want to know, please provide me those records only which are into my first table but not into my second table. Okay, I want those records which are into my first table but not into second table. So I will use that left anti join. Okay, so now if you see here, it will show only the null records related. So look, in the training, it is showing the null. Na? So it means these are the IDs which you have in the team one table, but these IDs are not existing into my second table. It means these IDs we have in the team one table, but these IDs are not the part of your training table. Okay. And the last join, we have the right ND. So it will give only those records which are existing into the right table but not into the left table. So here it will give those records only which are not existing into my left table. So if I just go here, so it will give for those 118, 19 and 20. Okay, this is right. And so let me show you. If I expand this, so look, you are getting for those no 118, 19 and 20. So these IDs are not existing into my team one table. Okay, so this is basically the concepts of joins in Power BI. Okay, so now everyone please perform this because this is one of the most important concept to perform the things into the real data set or in the interview question as well. Okay, perform this. Thank you.
Anup, sorry to interrupt. For example, say if as we have only two tabs, we have selected this enter data option. For example, we have so many tabs in that Excel sheet. So if you want to upload in extract the data at once for the second workbook also. So how can it be done? Anup, am I audible? Anup?
Please do let me know once this is completed.
Anup,
Yes, yes, please.
previously we have uploaded, I mean, copy pasted the data from the second workbook, right? By opting this enter data option.
Mm-hmm.
For example, we have 10 to 11 tabs in the same workbook, I mean, in the second workbook, and I want to upload all at a time. So
Hmm.
how can we do that?
Simply, you can go for this. That is a Excel connector, Excel workbook. And once you will select that file, it will show all the tabs. So you have to check all the tabs and you can click on the OK.
Okay. So is there any limit for this number of files that we have to upload, or else there is no limit?
No, no, there is no limit.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Is it done? Okay, so few people has completed this. Anyone who is facing the challenges in that or any issues before I move further? Okay. Now suppose I am just giving you a data set. Okay. For example, you have the name of the employee. Okay. This one. Now you have their date of joinings. So suppose the date of joining is from 1st January 2012 to 1st December 31st 2018. Suppose this is a joining date. I'm just taking in between. Okay. Now and now here I'm just giving you the last working day. Okay. So their last working day I'm also giving you. So for example, that last working day I'm just taking from 1st January 2019 to till today. Okay. So this is the last working day. Okay. Now if I ask you that this is the data, okay, employee data of joining, employee last working day. So I have simply copy paste this data, control C, and here in this enter data, I will do the control V, normally paste. Okay. So I said the name of table is employee data set. Okay. So now for example, if I just need to calculate the tenure here. Okay. In the last column, the number of days should come, the difference. Okay. So if you just want to go for the difference, so first of all, just tell me when you'll just go for the difference, you will go for the last working day minus date of joining or date of joining minus last working day.
Last working day minus rate of join.
Correct. Right. So here, last select the last working day, then select the date of joining. Okay. Now, if you go into this view here in this add column, if you click on this date, you will see this subtract days. Okay. This subtract days option will enable only when you will select the multiple columns, the two columns here, which are related to the date. If suppose if single column you selected and click on this, it will not get enabled. Okay, you can get the year, you can get the month name, you can get the quarter name, and so on and so forth. Okay, so now I have selected. So whatever the column you will select first, it will take that column initial and will subtract with the next column. If I select the date of joining first and last working day select second, so it will go for the date of joining minus last working day. But I want to go for the last working day minus date of joining. So first select last working day minus date of joining. And now simply click on the subtract days. As you done, so here you can see it is showing the difference. So if you see the formula last working day minus date of joining, right? This one. So duration in number of days. Okay. If you see, if you put here, okay, so you can see the duration here is it is showing in number of days, right? If you type here, you can see in the minutes also the duration, the difference you can calculate the total number of days, the days, total hours, and everything, right? So automatically it has calculated the number of days difference for you. So where you can see the difference. It is clear. So you can see how easy it is to get it perform into this Power BI.
Sir, one query I have. You
Hmm.
made changes in the Excel, and
Hmm.
automatically those changes got reflected in the Power BI. Did you refresh it before making any, like this? You entered date of joining and last
Hmm.
date.
Hmm.
You made changes in the Excel, but it got automatically reflected in Power BI. How, sir?
No, no. It will reflect only when you will make any changes into the Excel, and if you do the refresh,
Okay, okay,
okay, then only the changes will reflect.
okay. And secondly, the subtracted value of date is automatic.
Hmm.
This column is automatically added.
Automatically added, yes. So I have selected this last working day data of joining. Then here in this add column in this state, as soon you click on the subtract days, automatically this last column will get generated.
Okay, okay. And I
Okay.
have another query. Like when
Hmm.
you were doing right join, left join,
Hmm.
when we do this join, we need the data, right? Now you said
Hmm.
we want to find out who all attended the training,
Hmm.
and that is the reason why we were using join. So in this case, I
Correct.
want correct. That was our main problem. The problem was
Hmm.
who all attended the training. So in this
Hmm.
case, which join is appropriate to answer our query?
Okay. So for example, if I say, please tell me who has attended the training, right?
Yes.
So
Hmm.
attended the training means I need the data for those employee whose IDs are existing into team one table and also existing into the training table. Correct?
So inner join.
Inner join. Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. If I
Okay.
ask you, please tell me that who has not attended the training, right?
Mm-hmm.
It means I need those records which are into the team one but not into the training table. Correct?
Correct. Huh.
So go for the left hand join.
Okay. Now, if you have this left join, there are null entered there. If you
Hmm.
showed no, so null. Now,
Hmm.
huh. Can we present that this null data like this, or do we have to change this null into some value or some?
Yeah, if you look here, if I say this null, I just
Hmm.
want to replace. Okay.
Hmm.
So if you want to replace this null into any of the other values, so if you
Hmm.
just go here in replace and if I say this null to no data, okay, so here you
Okay.
can see what it says. No, just read this error first. It says what? If you click on this, it says enter a number value. Why the
Mm-hmm.
number value? Because in this column the number is coming.
Correct.
Correct? This one.
Yes.
So for this column, training ID column where the data type is the number, only you can go for this number,
Hmm.
right? So here, if I say replace the null with a zero,
Hmm.
okay? So here, if you click on this, look, it replaced with a zero.
Okay. Got it, sir.
Okay,
Got it.
okay,
Okay.
yeah.
And I have another query. You have a big
Mhm.
file, a big file. Now, while transforming the data, I find that few of the rows in the table are
Mhm.
incorrect because
Mhm.
suppose their value should be there, but value is not there. Some name is there, and
Mhm.
it's a big row like 1,000 row data. And I find it
Mhm.
that in the middle, in between the rows, there are data which is not consistent with our. We want to delete those data. So
Hmm.
how do we go about it? Do we
Oh,
filter it and then delete?
yes, yes, yes. What you can do is, for example, suppose here the some blank rows are coming. Okay.
Or for
If
example, name is here in this employee ID, and in employee
hmm,
name some other is there. It is a raw data.
hmm.
So
If you
how do
want
we
to
clean
delete, if you want to delete any data, so what
that?
you can do is you can use the remove rows concept.
Yes.
Okay, this one.
Uh-huh.
So
But
now
it
if
removes
you want,
only top or bottom, sir. I have in
no,
between. Uh-huh.
no, if in between na, so you
Uh-huh.
have this option na, remove alternate rows.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay, you can just go for this one